are just sitting here now, just waiting for an Uber to come pick us up so we can go to the hotel and try to check in. So yeah, it's already like 100 degrees and I don't know, it is just hot.
I know your mama told you don't let guys go running off with your love. You don't even open up, so your heart can't get crushed. You've been let down so many times, you wonder if you need to get up. You done been through too much, but I ain't tryna mess this up. Let's get away, we can take a trip to the bay. Hit the beach, take a vacay. Whatever you like, yeah, whatever you like. Oh my, you done stressing the night. Stay up, watch the sunrise. We just fine, yeah. You just need your vacation. You just need your vacation. You just need your vacation. People say forever is a mighty long time, I don't know. I ain't really tripping if it mean that I'm holding you close to me. Baby girl, you all I need. Your smile is everything.
Alright, so we made it to our hotel. We are staying at the Venetian and it's beautiful in here. I mean, I just love the artwork. I love the colors. I love the gold. It's just, it's very grand if you've never been here. So yeah, I mean, I think it's already a mess. We'll wait and see until we get to the rooms though, because that's the most important thing. The lobby, they always fix that up, but the rooms could tell you a different story. So hopefully they're good and not full of roaches. So we're currently just sitting here waiting to go to eat at Grand Lux Cafe. It's so weird, they have one here and they're all over Dallas. Well, actually, I think there's just two, but anyway, we're just sitting here. It's like a 30-minute wait. We've been here maybe like 15-ish minutes, and yeah, I'm about a slot machine. I don't know how to play these type of machines. I am kind of tempted to put some money in, but I'm like, no, I gotta eat. You know, you don't make good decisions when you are hungry, so we're gonna calm down maybe at some point. We actually went to like 3 or 4 different spots and the wait times were just like crazy. One wait time was like an hour. We got out of line and then we were like, oh wait, we want to go back because we didn't see anything good. But then the line got twice as long. It seems like it really wasn't, but it did definitely get longer. But we went to another spot and it was, next opening wasn't until 3 o'clock and we're like, that doesn't sound right. So this was just a 30-minute wait, so we will just chill here until they call us, because I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. It's been a long day and the time difference is kind of like, it's just a 2-hour time difference, but it's just, it should be lunch right now, but it's only 10:53.
To take off for work, we can road trip in the A. We can take a dip by the bay, hop on a plane, go to Spain. No matter the place, girl, you melt my heart like Pompeii. Ay, I know your mama told you don't let guys go running off with your love. You done been through too much, so I ain't tryna mess this up. No, let's get away. We can take a trip to the bay, hit the beach, take a vacay. Whatever you like, yeah, whatever you like. Oh my, you done stressing the night. Stay up, watch the sunrise. We just fine, yeah. You just need your vacation. You just need your vacation.
Right now we are walking to go get some liqueur. And you guys, it's hot. It actually doesn't feel as bad as I thought it was gonna be because I was dreading the heat, but it's 117 degrees right now. So yeah, it's hot. But this was just a little short walk, but we gonna go see what this Walgreens has in store for some liquor. Okay, so we are getting back to the room just now. We actually did a lot since I last picked you guys up. So we went to Walgreens because it's right in the hotel, so it's not like a far walk. We only really got just one bottle because nobody really wants to drink like that. So wasn't a big deal, and we just went downstairs to grab something to eat real fast. I just got some Chipotle. So ate a little bit now, and then save some for later, just in case. But yeah, now we are going to get ready because hopefully we are going to be going on a party bus. Boop, boop, boop. Unless we can't find an Uber, because you guys, this weekend, there's so much going on. It's like probably everybody in the world is here right now. There's the McGregor fight. There's the Garth Brooks concert. There's, I think, a Future concert, and I think there's something else. But yeah, it's just so much going on. But for the most part, you just have to kind of do what you need to do. But we tried getting an Uber earlier to go to like a real liquor store, but it didn't work out. So we will just cross our fingers and hope that we'll have some luck, because we need to get to this bus.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. City's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. And I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said,
what is going on, you guys? It's the next day. It is Sunday, July 11th, and actually been up for a while. I'm really doing badly at vlogging this trip. It's kind of because it's like we're kind of somewhat all over the place because we don't know what we're doing. It's like we know what we want to try to do, but we're like, we don't know because of, yeah, it's just crazy. Like I said yesterday, guys, it's like there was so much going on. Because, I mean, even with the stuff that I mentioned, there was also a Bruno Mars concert. Well, he actually has a residency here. So it was just crazy. It was so hard to find Ubers and your way to get around. And that party bus, it looks fun from the footage that I showed, but that was on the actual bus. So how the bus usually works is that you're partying on the actual bus, but then they drop you off to different hotels to try out different clubs. But the gag with our bus was that they just brought us to lounges, and we were like, this isn't what we signed up for. Because my brother said that when they came years ago, it was like full-on clubs. It may have just been a different company, but I don't know. But I still had a relatively good time. Just some of the stuff was just boring, so we all decided that was kind of a waste of time. But today we just got done eating like breakfast, went to Starbucks. I got a green tea iced latte with chai. So yeah, what we're gonna try to do now is try to go to the Cromwell to go to one of the pool parties there. I think it's Drai's. So we actually don't have tickets, so we're just gonna try to see if we could pay to get in, because it's a lot of hassle if you don't pre-plan it before the day actually arrives. So we're gonna do that, and if that doesn't work out, we are going to, I guess, come back here and just do the regular pool situation at the hotel. I think I forgot to say too is that from yesterday, I stayed up all night. I did not even go to sleep. I caught probably a few minutes if you add it up all together on the plane, but I mean, it's just not comfortable. But yeah, so I was slightly running on fumes. But yeah, it's a really nice room. It's just really hot because I think they redid this and it's not fully modernized because there's literally like one air vent. And there's nothing that like pushes out this way to where you could actually feel it. It comes from this side. So it's practically just blowing against the wall essentially. But enough about rambling about the air situation. I guess I gotta go get ready because I'm supposed to be changing. But yeah, today I have on my Billionaire Boys Club shirt. It was actually sold out, but it just came into stock right in time for me to have it for the trip. And sorry if I'm sweating. Y'all know how my sweating situation is. We were just walking around. This is a big hotel, so everything is just kind of scattered all over the place. So I'm hot and I'm inside. So imagine when I'm gonna be outside. But yeah, anyway, and I'm just wearing like regular jeans. I kind of tied it up a little bit to make it like not so boxy because I ordered it a little big so that I knew it wouldn't be tight and I could kind of tie it up a little bit. But yeah, once again, I apologize if I'm not really getting a lot of good quality footage, but I'm just trying to do what I can and not be too boring. So I hope this is semi-entertaining. I'm gonna try to do better for the next few days because tomorrow we're gonna go to the Grand Canyon, so should be a lot of good footage there. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll be at the pool party.
To 6 with my woes. Play that shit, bad shit. Counting money, you know how it goes. Black mass. Pray the real live forever, man. Pray the fakes get exposed. I want that Ferrari, then I swear. I want that Bugatti, just I ain't rock my jewelry, that's on purpose. Niggas want my don't deserve it. I don't like how serious they take us.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, but we're stranded at Drai. And yeah, it's kind of on the and yeah, let's do this thing.
6 with my woes. Play that shit, bad shit. Counting money, you know how it goes. Black mass. Pray the real live forever, man. Pray the fakes get exposed. I want that Ferrari, then I swear. I want that Bugatti, just I ain't rock my jewelry, that's on purpose. Niggas want my don't deserve it. I don't like how serious they take themselves. I've always been me, I guess I know myself. Shaking this, man, I don't have no time for that. My city too turned up, I'll take a fine for that. That's been where you find me at. That's been where you find me at. I know a nigga named Johnny Bling. He put me on to the finer things. Had a job selling Jabot jeans. I had a yellow Techno Marine. The Kanye dropped it was polos and backpacks. Man. You know I want you, babe. I'm ready to bet it on, unless you don't care at all. But you know I want you. You should stop fronting, babe.
So now we are here at the Cosmopolitan. This is where I really wanted to stay, but it was just a little too expensive. But this is my jam totally in a hotel. It's modern. It has a little bit of uniqueness, which I love. I mean, it's just beautiful everywhere. You see color. I'm glad I was at least able to like come inside, so I'm happy at least about that. So yeah, super duper hot outside. This time we walked from the beach club, well, Drai's, to here, so I'm still sweating, but I made it. I need to sit, but I made it. So yeah, we're just gonna chill here for a second and see where else we're gonna go. Maybe to, what is it called? Caesar's Palace, and where? Is it open? Oh, okay. Planet Hollywood. Because I feel like I remember looking, but it said closed. Maybe it opened by the time we came here. Bellagio, yes, I would love to see the Bellagio Fountain at night. Any time would have been cool, but at night it would be spectacular. At least dark enough to where you see the lights, but we shall see what the rest of the day brings us.
You should stop fronting, babe.
Ready to bet it
12. It is 7 a.m. and we are on our way to the Grand Canyon, and we're on the bus right now. I'm not sure if you guys could hear me, but we have to keep our mask on the whole time. I don't want to get in trouble, but it's going to be a 2-hour ride over there, and we're going to stay there for a few hours, so I can't wait. I'm excited. What I see, 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 what I see.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, cause I'm falling apart. Yeah, tension between us just like big fences. You got issues that I won't mention for now, cause we're falling apart.
So we made it. We're here at the Grand Canyon. We are outside. Everybody's taking pictures. We just finished the, what is it called? The skywalk. And on that part, you can't take your phone with you. And that's like the little section where it's the glass like floor, so where you could see through it to the bottom and you could see all around it. So you can't take your picture on that one, but I'm happy there's at least a place where you can take a picture, like just off to the side here, as you guys can see. If I turn this way, you can see more of it. Everybody's here just trying to get their pictures and selfies in. So yeah, it's hot, but ultimately the wait was worth it, in my opinion, because you do have to wait in a long line to get to the skywalk portion. Let me see if I could show you guys. If you see this little part right here with all of the glass, this is where the skywalk is. You can't see, of course, the glass floor. I'm not sure what you would call it, but the bottom is just all glass. And you can see to the bottom where all of the depth is. And yeah, you literally stay on that section for 5 minutes, but you wait for an hour for it. But you can pay to also have the people that run the place take your picture for a cost, of course, but you can't bring your phone. So yeah, just wanted you to get a feel, just in case you ever decide to come through one day. That is the skywalk. There is also like a little area for you to kind of sit and kind of eat if you like. I don't know if really many people do that unless you're like on a tour like we are, but it's a whole little thingy. It's a whole little area that's designed for all the tourists, and it goes back all the way over there to where you can take pictures. Okay, so we just got back from the Grand Canyon tour and I'm a little exhausted, I can't lie, but it was fun. The second half of the tour, we went further down into the canyon, and there were different little hills and whatnot. I didn't really get much there because, if I could be real with y'all, I was drained of all of my energy. It took everything I had. I didn't even get to finish the entire tour, like halfway, because really what happened is because there's a lot of picture taking. So while they were taking pictures, I decided, well, me and also another girl that was on our tour with us, we were like, we can't do this. These pictures are taking too long. So we said peace, and we went back to the pavilion and sat down, because I mean, I felt I felt lightheaded. I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I'm like, no, I cannot do that, especially here, because I mean, on that part of the tour, well, it's technically a separate tour because you had to pay an additional $20 for it, but that part, there's no fencing. Like, you could go like this close to the cliff if you want to. I don't know if they would have stopped you. I mean, I didn't see anybody on our group do that because I think everybody was playing it smart and just stayed back at a reasonable feet. But yeah, it was really wonderful to look at, but just that second portion of it is just, I just got way too uncomfortable, so I had to end it right there. But ultimately, I would say that it's worth it. So if you're ever in Las Vegas, or I mean, I guess anywhere, I would highly recommend going to the Grand Canyon. The tour that we went on is called Grand Canyon Destinations, and I think you get a good bang for your buck for everything that you get, because I mean, in total back and forth, it's 400 miles, and it takes like 2 hours and maybe some change each way. And I mean, it's very scenic. Like, after you leave Vegas and you pass through Henderson, which is pretty much still Las Vegas, but you know, it's a little bit outside, it's further south. Once you get there, you're just gonna see mountains, and it's just a really nice scenery that you could see when you're making your way over there. I mean, of course, if you're coming from a different way, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be similar. You're going to have nice mountain views. You know, you might see deserts. We even saw some of the Joshua trees, which is, it was just a complete, the tour guide, Gia, called it a forest. I guess you could say that, because Joshua trees are not like real trees. And they give you lunch. You get like a little sandwich and chips. And they give you water throughout just to keep you hydrated, because it was really, really hot, and it was important to do that. And that's the thing, I stayed hydrated, and but that's just me. Like, whenever I'm out in the sun, it drains my energy so fast. I think it's because I'm anemic, so it just weakens me a lot faster to where I don't feel good. But ultimately, if you just stay hydrated, you'll probably be okay. And like I think I was gonna say before, it's kind of treacherous, like when you're walking on that second portion. So you really just have to be careful if you ever do like the second part of the tour. I forget what it's called. It's something with the G. Just wanted to come on and update you guys, because I really haven't been talking. I've been more just trying to get like views of everything, because I feel like you guys see me talk enough. So right now, I'm just kind of sitting here chilling. I don't want to go sit in the bed, been all sweaty and gross. But we're going to go eat a little bit later on. And I don't know what else after that. I think everybody might just be tired. I don't know. Okay, you guys, I'm at the slot machines, and I'm gonna play a little bit. I have a 20, and I'm gonna put it in the machine, and I'm gonna see if I could win anything. Because my friend has won like 200 bucks. I'm not gonna win that much, but if I could at least like get 40 out of this 20, I'm okay with that. So we're gonna see. I don't know. Nothing. Okay, should I just play the whole thing or cash out at $10? I'm trying to decide.
So play until $10, yeah.
Okay.
I would up it once. So I'll do 120. Okay, you see what happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Because look how much you won though. You won $1.10.
Yay!
So now I go back down.
Go back down?
Yes. I
okay.
will. And maybe you'll win free games. Okay, keep playing.
Give me at least one free game, please.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, it keeps me alive for a little bit. Okay, you guys, so I lost that 20 probably in record time. I think that was 3 minutes and 27 seconds. I lost that 20. It gave me, I won $4.10, and then I played it all back. So, I mean, it's 20 bucks. I'm not gonna cash out like $5. I might as well play it, but hey, now I could say that I played in Vegas, so it is what it is. So now I think we are about to go eat. Yeah, it's almost noon time, and I guess we're just gonna chill here our last couple hours before we go back home. Kind of ready, not gonna lie. Okay, this was the view that we had from the room. Not too bad. You can see the pool. You could see the street and some of the hotels across the street. Too bad we never really kept the shade open because it was so freaking hot in here, but this was it. Not too bad though. See all the folks there chilling in the pool. To me, this is a lot of people for a Tuesday, but hey, the party does not stop because it's a weekday here in Vegas, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, not too bad of a view. I like it. There's the Palazzo over there, which is like the sister tower of the Venetian. Okay, so this is the bathroom. Yeah, sorry you guys. I'm getting video of everything like the day we're leaving, LOL. So stuff is kind of like obviously all over the place, but this is the bathroom, spacious. But again, it's hot as hell in here because there's this one little tiny vent for this entire bathroom, which is insane to me, but whatever. You have this nice tub if you're a bath person, and you have a stand-up shower, which the water pressure sucks on it, but it gets the job done. And here you have like a little toilet room. You have the 2 sinks. There's even a TV. And there's like a little vanity here to where you can get ready. Entrance over here. So it's a pretty sizable room when you look at it from this way. I mean, it's pretty much bigger than my entire apartment, but yeah, if you want to take the risk in staying here, you can. But yeah, overall room size is pretty good. I hope y'all have enjoyed my Vegas vacay vlog. But in this section, I kind of want to give my experience with everything. So I'm going to do reviews on pretty much everything that we did. It's not going to be long-winded. I think probably the thing I'm going to go in depth about is the hotel that we stayed at, which was the Venetian, because I feel like, of course, a lot of people go to Las Vegas throughout the year. It's a very popular tourist spot right now, so I feel like that's the most important thing to talk about first. I think you guys kind of got a little bit of a gist of how I felt about it in the main part of the vlog, but I'll go a little bit into detail here. On first impression, when you walk in, it is beautiful. It's luxe. It has like a really grand feeling inside, and it just catches your eye with like the decor. And of course, it's not all hand painted. It's probably all wallpaper, but I guess it's meant to look like, you know, like the Sistine Chapel, which is in Italy, hence why it's called the Venetian. And the casino area, like probably all of the other hotels on the Strip, if you're very sensitive to smoke, you're going to smell smoke when you walk through that area. So if you're a little sensitive to smoke, just be conscious and mindful of that. I think there's some hotels that are smoke-free in the casinos. I should have Googled it before I started, but just giving you guys a heads up that I believe there are some that are smoke-free if you absolutely cannot tolerate smoke. There's definitely a lot of restaurants to choose from as well. As you saw in the vlog, we went to Grand Lux, and we also went to Yardbird, both of which are here in Dallas, Texas. So if you go to Vegas and you live in the Dallas area, and I think they're all over the place too, at least Yardbird. I think I saw LA, I forgot where else, but I don't know if Grand Lux is everywhere. Maybe it is, but enough about that. There's a bountiful selection of restaurants you can choose to eat from. I mean, I can't even remember all of the places. Like, I guess I have to preface everything by saying we went on the busiest weekend probably of the year in Vegas. So what my experience is going to be like is probably not going to be as bad if you decide to go at any other point of the year, unless there's going to be another big weekend. But probably at the Yardbird restaurant, I think no matter what time of the year you go, I think it's just going to be crazy busy, because of all the restaurants, that's the one that always had people kind of lurking in front of it. So there was just like a huge wait list to get in there. So if you are interested in trying it out and there's not one by you, like in your city that you live in, make sure to first go make a reservation there if it's that serious to you. I mean, it's just really fried chicken. I had the shrimp and grit, but yeah, it's just Southern type food. So if you really want to eat there, I highly, highly suggest going there your first day and try to see what their earliest reservation would be. Because if you just try to walk in, if you're lucky, it may be like an hour or two wait. But the first time we tried to go, we were wanting to eat at around 10:30, 11 a.m. and the next opening wasn't until 3 p.m. So it's just crazy. But enough about restaurants. There's plenty of bars. There's regular little chain type restaurants, like there's Panda Express, there's Chipotle, there's little random, I guess, like local stuff that's just made for the casino where you could get breakfast, I can't speak, you guys, pasta, pizza, stuff like that in there. There's gelato, there's Coffee Bean, there's Starbucks. So a little bit of the things you may be used to, like snack wise and fast wise. There's not a whole lot of chain sit down restaurants that I noticed. I could be wrong, but enough about restaurants. There's a wide variety. You almost really don't even have to go out unless there's something in particular you're looking to try. Like maybe the higher end restaurants, like Tao, I think Tao restaurant was open, but not the club. And I think the pool party, which was a bummer, because because that was a poppin' place like for years. At the time we went, it was under renovation, so we weren't able to do that. So that's why we had to go to Drai's, which I'm gonna briefly describe what I thought of that experience after this. But let's just get to the room, because I don't want to be too long-winded. The actual room, okay, at the Venetian, when you first walk in, it is beautiful. It's a nice, spacious room. Granted, this is a 5-star hotel from what I was told. So, I mean, you would expect that, right? I mean, it's the biggest hotel room that I've ever been in, but I'm not used to going to 5-star hotels. I'm used to Best Western, Holiday Inns, stuff like that. Sometimes like a Sheraton, things like that, which is maybe like mid-level. I don't know. But anyways, once you get in there, it's really nice. Like there's the area where you sleep in, and then there's like a little living room area where you could just sit on the couch, or there's little chairs and there's a table, and there's 2 TVs in there. So if you want to just chill and not be in the bed and watch TV, you could do it in that area. But when you're ready to go to sleep, you can watch TV there. So that was pretty cool. And there's a desk, there's like a table that you were able to eat at. So I think that's a nice addition as well, although it was wobbly. We had a pretty decent view, which is what was important to me, because I love a good view from a hotel room. Could have been better, but it wasn't bad. We got like a good scenery of the pool and a couple of the buildings. So, and the bathroom also very spacious. There was a separate room for the toilet. There was a walk-in shower. There were 2 sinks, a little chair vanity with a mirror for you to do hair, makeup, or what have you, and a tub. So the bathroom was very spacious too, because that's a pet peeve of mine when you go to a hotel. And of course, with the budget hotels, they're not going to give you space. But I hate a bathroom that's like your shower's right here, the toilet's right here, the sink is right here. I can't stand that. I like everything to be kind of spread out. So the size of the bathroom was nice. So overall, like, first impressions of the actual room were nice. But then once you start to get settled in, we started to feel hot. Like, air wasn't fully pushing as it should, and it wasn't feeling cold. So that was my main thing. It's like, of course, when you come back from outside, you kind of feel relieved, because I mean, when we went that Saturday, it was 117 degrees. It's the hottest weekend in July. When we would just be chilling in there, like getting ready, it was hot. It's like I started to sweat. And you guys, I say this like clockwork, like I sweat like nothing. I'm just breathing, I'm sweating. Blink my eyes, I'm sweating. So as you start to move around, we were starting to get hot. And plus, like I showed you guys when I kind of did a quick tour before we left, the bathroom had that one little air vent above the bathtub, and that was it. I wish I would have showed you guys the one that was in the actual space of where the room was. It's just one little vent that's, well, actually there were 2. But I mean, I feel like for a 5-star hotel, you should not be sweating in your room. And I did call them to be like, hey, like, we have the air on like 60. I feel like we had the air on like 64 or something, maybe even lower than that. We eventually turned it to, and we were just not feeling anything. And it was saying the room was like 70 degrees. It was not 70 degrees in that room. And I mean, the bad thing about it is that when we called to check, we were going back out. So we could never confirm if anybody ever even went over there to check on it. I mean, I feel like I did see the thermostat was moved, like it was adjusted to be lower, but I didn't feel anything different. So that was that. And another thing was that the beds were like, the headboard still had dust on it. So it wasn't adequately cleaned, in my opinion. And another, like, it's not a huge deal for most people. Some people may not care about this next part, but I feel like for a 5-star hotel, I feel like you should at least get a refrigerator. Now, they did have a refrigerator in there, but it was stocked full of all of their minibar stuff. So you have this one little shelf that was above everything to try to squeeze and put your stuff on. And the other gag about it is that it didn't cool anything. The stuff that they have in their stock for you to buy like a dumbass, that's probably like $10 for a thing of water, for a bottle of water. Like, it wasn't even cold. So their stuff that's probably been there for weeks and months didn't even feel cold. So it's just crazy that you don't get a refrigerator to put your own stuff in, like drinks, water. I mean, it's hot. You know, we don't want to be drinking hot water, although there's all of that downstairs. Yes. But I mean, if you're bringing stuff back up, you might want to chill it. But yeah, even the stuff that we did have, that one little space that you have to put your own stuff in, it didn't even cool. So that was just a bust. And another thing to make you guys aware of, from what I was told by my friends and my brother, I think somebody told me this. No, but yeah, it was my friend that was in the room with me. She said that, hey, she was given a heads up by someone that worked for the hotel, I think at the front desk, that there's sensors in that refrigerator. So if you pick something up or maybe even shift it, it's going to charge you as if you took it. So if you guys ever stay there, just be mindful of that. Don't feel like you could just move stuff around to squeeze your stuff in there, because if it gets picked up, they're gonna assume that you opened it. and they're going to charge you for it, even though you put it right back. So be mindful of that. I'm trying to think of what else. The beds for me were pretty comfortable. It was firm. The pillows were nice and soft. I think probably my favorite thing about the thing was the beds and the size of the bathroom. The actual bathroom was really, really hot. But yeah, the beds were pretty good. Just the headboards were all dusty. Oh, another thing, thinking of beds, there's barely any outlets in this room. Like all of your outlets, you know how with modernized hotels, you'll have outlets that's like right by the lamps, like or on the side of like the nightstand or something. No, with this place, you have 2 outlets that are all the way down behind the nightstand. So you have to try to squeeze your arm down there to try to get your stuff plugged in. Not a hugely big deal. I mean, at least there was space, but to me, I just feel like that is crazy. We couldn't have like integrated some kind of outlets here. Like, what if we had a lot of stuff to charge? So you had that little area that only had 2 outlets. Everything else was plugged with their stuff. You could probably unplug their alarm clock if you really need the extra outlet. And there was 1 outlet in the bathroom, and there was another outlet by the table. So it was a definite lack of outlet. As I was going to mention about the bathroom, it was hot in there. My friend, she had to wash her hair, and she couldn't even blow dry her hair in the bathroom because, of course, with a blow dryer that's running on high, you're going to get hot, pushing all that hot air into the room. Even with the doors open, none of that helped. She had to come in to blow dry her hair by the beds. There was like a little tiny mirror. She had to come out and just do her hair right there. So if you're going to be one that's going to need to do your hair and like blow dry while you're on vacation, be mindful of that as well. Is that everything? I think that was everything I wanted to say, like each individual wise. So overall, me personally, I would not want to stay there again. Maybe I would give their sister property, the Palazzo, a chance just to see. Now, I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, I had a not so great experience. I don't think any of y'all should try it. I'm going to be fair about it because when it comes to the temperature of the room, how hot it was, that was just from what we know of our room, because my brother and our other friend that came with us, they said their room was freezing cold. So it was either our wing or our individual room. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you guys are given room 12142, change rooms immediately because you're going to be hot. Unless you go when it's colder and it's not really super duper hot outside. So just want to give you guys that heads up as well. That's the room that we stayed in. So I would just avoid that room. But the hallways were freezing cold. So it was probably just the unit in our room. So anyway, like I said, I wouldn't want to stay there again. I mean, unless I'm staying for free, but like to pay the amount that we had to pay to stay there, I would not want to stay there on a next visit. But I do think it would be like if you're traveling for some reason with a family, like if it's 2 parents and a couple children, I think it's really good because you guys would have space to do everything. The size of the rooms were really nice. I think that's another saving grace about the experience as well, was the amount of space. I don't feel like we were on top of each other with all of our stuff and having to get ourselves ready, stuff like that. That was another good part of the room. So all in all, I think that I wouldn't stay there again, but I think you got to experience it for yourself. Just because we got the luck of the draw and got a room that the air conditioner was not working properly, I don't think I would say for people to not try it. But yeah, so try, I don't want to say try it at your own risk. I feel like I'm rambling at this point. I'm going to wrap it up. Just do your research and just make sure you don't get that individual room. And just know that there's a potential you may be a little bit hot, and there may be some things that's, you know, a little bit of an inconvenience. Oh, just another random thing I forgot to say is about the TVs. For some reason, I don't know if this was just while we were there, the TVs were going out at 12 a.m. So after 12 a.m., access to the cable was cut off. You were getting no signal. So if you're somebody that when you're on vacation, after you do all of your sightseeing and excursions, you like to wind down and kind of watch TV, watch movies that's on TV, you may not be able to do that. I don't know if there was just something wrong or if that's their policy. I feel like that's crazy dumb. But if it is, for us, while we were there, the TV's just cut out with no signal at around midnight. That's from what my friend told me, because I think I was already sleeping by the time it was 12 o'clock, probably before 12 hit, just because of, you know, doing things all day, you get tired. And one last thing, I think our last night there, the Monday into the Tuesday morning, they cut off the water from 2 to 4 a.m. That wasn't bad. Most people are already sleeping anyway, but if you know you're going to be out all night, there's a potential, I don't know how often they do that, there's a potential that you may not have access to water for a couple hours. So another thing to keep in mind. So overall, nice facility, nice resort, lots of things to do. But the room situation was just overall too many cons that were in it for me to want to go there. That's why I would have probably paid more like I wanted to do and just go to the Cosmopolitan or the Aria. It's easy for me to say that, but I mean, it was pretty costly. But next time, if I ever come back, I'm going to try for everyone to want to go there. Not to say that it wouldn't be the same instance there, but may have been a better experience just from what I saw in the lobby. So this was a little long-winded. I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure I cover everything, because if anybody sees this video or comes across it and you're thinking of staying at the Venetian, I want you guys to at least kind of know what my experience was. Doesn't mean the exact same thing is going to happen to you. I think it may be good if you don't care about some of those things and if you get a room with working air conditioning. So yeah, that's my Venetian Hotel review. And I also want to quickly give my reviews on the other things that we did while we were there, just in case if anybody is thinking of doing any like outside, like excursion-y type. I don't know if it's an excursion. I guess you would say it's more of like an event, or I don't know, but you guys get it. So the first thing I'm going to speak about is the party bus. Now the party bus company, I guess we went with, it was on Groupon, I believe. And okay, I had to double check and make sure I had it right. The company is called Nocturnal Tours. So I was able to get a few clips of what was going on the bus. Now the bus to me was the funnest part, with the exception of the fact that they played the music on a loop. It's just one big playlist that they just play in a circle, which I feel like is so dumb, but whatever. They give you little drinks every time you get back on the bus, and they just use cheap liquor. So I don't even know if you could say it's no-name brand liquor. So, I mean, this big bottle of liquor might only cost $5 or something. But, I mean, you know, the drink did what it did. That second drink was good. They used cranberry mango juice with vodka. That was good. I didn't even mind the cheap liquor there. But the first one, I'm like, ooh, whoa, this is aggressive. But yeah, I think, as I said in the vlog footage, I've already started editing, but I think I mentioned it. The actual, because what the bus is supposed to do, you get on the bus, it's like, hey, yeah, party, lights and everything. So it's supposed to get you hyped on the way to each spot. And it's supposed to take you to like 3 or 4 different spots. But as like my friend and my brother told me, the company that they went with when they first went to Vegas was a different company, but it was the same kind of concept. And they just pick you up at whatever hotel and you party on the bus, you get out, and you're supposed to go to clubs that's in hotel rooms, and they let you stay there for a little bit, and then you get back on the bus, you roll over to the next spot, and you do that like 3 or 4 times, or however much was the amount of times they did it. But of course, on this trip, it had to be whack. I mean, they brought us to stuff that wasn't even clubs. It was lounges. I mean, the first thing was just like some kind of lounge that's just like right in the middle of the casino floor. That was definitely not a club. They were not playing poppin' music. They was just playing just random ass tracks. I mean, they played like Nicki Minaj, but the song you're not even thinking about. But besides that, then after that, we don't even leave that hotel. I think the first one we went to was the Mandalay Bay. So then the next spot we go to was just the Foundation Room. That's a part of, I think, the House of Blues. That's within the same hotel. And then I think we went to, I forgot what we went to. The MGM Grand was the last one. So yeah, for that, we left that spot and we went back on the bus, had another drink. And then once they dropped us off at the MGM Grand or wherever, we were just like, nope, we're ready to go. So yeah, if you had to say if I would recommend that one or not, I would say no. Because, I mean, everybody was kind of pissed off. I think after a while, once some of them got to the Foundation Room, they were kind of hype enough to think, you know, it's a club. They were able to drink. It was okay. But, I mean, they really kind of bullshitted you out of your money. Because, I mean, I guess it was only $30 or $25, whatever. But I wouldn't recommend that at all. If you're going to try to find a party bus, look for another company, in my opinion. So next off was Drai's. Now, Drai's was the most fun thing that we did, like party-wise over there. So that was just me and my brother. Drai's is at the Cromwell Hotel, and that was a lot of fun. It was only 20 bucks for women to get in, 40 bucks for guys. And there's a whole list of things that you can't bring in. Like, to be honest, me and my brother was kind of talking about it, and it's kind of racist, the stuff that they say you can't bring in. Like, no Jordans and no gold chains, really. But I mean, it's really kind of whack, because who's going to try to go? I mean, I guess my brother said he saw all that. I wasn't paying attention, but you can't bring selfie sticks. You can't bring in a whole bunch of random stuff. So besides all that, that was really fun. The music there was popping. It wasn't too crowded. It was a nice crowd. That was the Sunday. But I think the day previous was actually 2 Chainz was, I guess, hosting and performing. So the ticket prices are not going to be $20 and $40, I guarantee you, since there's an actual act there. But I would highly recommend going there to do like a pool party. So that was a lot of fun there. The drinks were moderately priced. I think those little daiquiris were like $17. Another thing about those daiquiris, they come non-alcoholic, but you probably have to pay extra for you to get shots in there. So all in all, it was pretty cool. Grand Canyon tour, I think that was the next thing. Yes, Grand Canyon tour was amazing. That was called Grand Canyon Excursions. Let me double check on that. Okay, actually, no, it's called Grand Canyon Destinations. I'm not sure if there's any additional wording, but I think if you search that into Google, it'll pop up. We didn't get individual emails for that. It was just my friend that booked it all, and we just gave her our half of everything. But that was a really good tour. Our tour guide was Gia. She was informative. She gave you facts about every little thing. But you have to watch out, because if you don't follow her directions, she will give you some attitude back. So make sure to do as she say, especially once you get to the actual Grand Canyon. And make sure you're back on the bus on time, because my brother found out the hard way. My brother is does photography as a hobby, so he was taking pictures of everything, and they was about to leave his ass. But yeah, I recommend it. They give you water throughout the entire time. They give you a little lunch. They make a pit stop on your way there for you to grab additional things. I forget how much it was per person. It was like 120 something a person, I want to say. But of course, it's a 2-hour bus ride to and from, admission to the park. And I think we did an additional $20 once we were on the bus for an additional tour. So I would say that it's worth it. I personally just got too hot and my energy was drained by the time it came to that second tour. Because they go further down for that second part of it. But $20 really isn't that bad to see another side of it. But after a while, I was kind of like, they taking too many pictures. I get it. You want to get everything. But I was hot. I was like, once I seen one area, I seen it all. So I was cool. I went to sit down. But that's another thing that I would highly recommend if you are wanting to do the Grand Canyon while you're in Las Vegas. And is that everything excursion wise? Yeah, that's pretty much everything else that we did. So if you're going to do any Vegas activities besides the party bus, I would recommend Drai's and Grand Canyon destinations. Those were legit things to do out there. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up here. If you made it all the way to this point, you know, I appreciate you as always. I love you guys, no matter if you just watched a minute, the whole thing. And I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Bye.